Ladies and pretty ladies. What trinkets you got for me? Brainworm! Both of these, wow, these are really good trinkets. Let's take Brainworm though. Yep. That one's not going on the video. That was such a good start to... Hello everybody, my name is Marty. Walk in. Ladies and gentlemen, old bandage. I will definitely take you. Wow! Oh, no! Don't take it from me! Can we stop this guy from taking my kills? No! Stop spawning spiders! No! I miss the days where I wasn't trying as hard. Guys and gals, it's been a minute. Hey everybody, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Binding of Isaac. Okay. Okay. Yeah, but you know what? Matter of fact, oh, let me lock in here. Matter of fact, let me sit forward. Matter of fact, I'm overstimulated. Matter of fact, I'm doing this my way. Matter of fact, I kind of wish I went backwards and then hit the sacrifice room at one time for not only 1 penny, but also so I can get my damage bonus. Matter of fact, I have been crashing out. I've done my YouTube intro so many times that I'm not even gonna do it. I have been... It's been on me. It's been a skill issue, right? Like, it's genuinely been on me. So, it's been a bit upsetting. You know, maybe we can unlock the Forgotten. I don't know what we can do. Maybe for YouTube, I need to stop playing a character that's not good and play someone who is good for the more broken runs. I've done it before, and I feel like I could do it again. I think it's just the character I'm playing, to be honest with you, because I've been trying my absolute best, and I've been given some opportunities, other opportunities that probably would have been better for pretty much any other character besides Eve. The only reason I started playing Eve was because I was like, oh, she doesn't have a lot of stickers on her, and I would really love a delirium kill with Eve, so I worry about it again. And here I am, 9 years later. My goal was to already be editing a video and have it out today. It is Friday. I work earlier than usual on Saturday, so I probably won't be able to enjoy the luxury of having time to edit a video. And so I was like, okay, fine, I'll get a video done this morning. I actually wasn't even like fine, I was just like into it, loved the idea, was very into the, very excited for the concept, and just kind of fell short. Had some really insane moments, and I'll probably include them into a clip. But goodness gracious me, does this character is like, they're just like some not fun butt, man. And yeah, this is the kind of stuff I keep getting. Not the end of the world, right? No reason to walk in the shop. We'll just pick it up, mind our own business. I don't usually do that, just because I'm still unlocking stuff, but I'm doing it. I am choosing to do it. And I don't think I do it enough, to be honest with you. I don't think I do it enough at all. I think I need to do it more, in fact. I think having no curses makes life a lot easier. So we're starting off with a few god items, I would say, and we're looking pretty good. And I'm very surprised at my ability to keep up commentary. Okay, to keep an eye out for petrified poop as I clean all of this up. I'm very surprised at my ability to uphold commentary. For record, I have took maybe like an hour or two break, but pretty much I've been playing non-stop Isaac all day today. And usually I would hate myself for that. I'd be like, oh, it's my day off. I don't want to do this. I've talked about a lot. I've been kind of on a lot of different missions, different modes. The things they're stacking up as I keep trying to do these runs, and they're not quite working out in my favor. And but I still have enough to keep going, to keep talking. I did one run, which was my last run, where I was just so unbelievably locked in. Actually, it's the same recording, so I probably will be able to insert a clip of me playing and dying. That seed was really bad. That seed was like not good at all. I'm now realizing my mic isn't pointed towards me, so I'm just gonna fix that real quick. Don't you try anything funny, you cursed fireplace. And let's just see where our wind blows, shall we? I'll put you guys up here. Most of you guys are gonna be trying to just do contact damage. That's what I watched a guide. I watched a guide on the Binding of Isaac, even though I already knew pretty much everything that was in there, but you never know, there might be a few little tips and tricks in there. What I actually ended up finding was from another Lazy Matt, because I wanted to watch a video that was from a source that I straight up just trusted. Because a lot of the guides out there are like, you need to unlock this, you need to do that, and it kind of takes away the fun and the learning curve. And not the learning curve, I mean, that's like the skill. Like, it takes away a little bit of the fun of Isaac if you're just like telling yourself, I have to play like this, I have to play like this, I need to follow this rule. That was a risky move from me, but it seems to have actually worked out in my favor, so I'm not going to complain. And I think the thing about Isaac is the insane flexibility that this, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. You can fire up as well. That would make a lot of sense. 1 health, full health. On Eve, if I get the devil deal, I will be more than happy to take that. That is obviously if it killed some folks. Really concerned about this champion, but it seems to be no problem for a guy like me. Would love a key. Would really love a key. That might just be our ticket to victory. Right there. So my goal is just have a bananas run. I think a big part of it too is that, you know, I don't have dead god. Like, I don't even have 200 hours in this game yet, right? So I didn't mean to pick that up. That is gonna hurt immensely. Our character looks so goofy. Secret rooms can't be adjacent to boss rooms, so I think you are here. Cool beans. Really wish I kept that other bomb that I used on the thingy-majig. But I do have bombs. Actually. I left them behind specifically so I wouldn't overspend and overcommit. This is something I used to do as like, okay, in case I get Yara. And it's like, oh, well, I could actually save Yara, so it doesn't benefit me. However, if I don't pick up stuff, while it does make things take a little bit longer to run around and bash it, I'm not really in a rush to fight Hush. I think that will happen as I get more experience with this game. For me, I kind of... Okay, it's 4 to 8 blue spiders. This will take it. For me, I kind of started... I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I do it because it makes it so I don't overcommit and like I kind of leave what I have behind, and then I start playing like I don't have it in the first place, and then I end up finding the best way possible for me to get like whatever thingamajig I want. Okay, there are some very interesting things in here in terms of damage. I don't want to commit too hard, but I can actually buy 2 things here, whether I want to have Backstabber or Conjoined. You know, Backstabber or Conjoined. I think Conjoined is easy to get. However, I haven't really been seeing a lot of Conjoined. But I will definitely be taking you. I think that is a given. And I think I will be taking you for the sake of damage. I will be walking out of here a happy camper on my way with a bomb in hand, but on my way to go collect that Yum Heart. I think that's what it's called. No, that's the regen heart, isn't it? Or this is less than 3. Less than 3. Give me a heart and full health. So now I have 3 hearts. Which is what I had before. They just don't regenerate as much, which is fine, actually. There's a lot of different places the super secret room could be. I, however, was gonna guess all the way up there, but just thinking and processing. This is pretty close, but it's also still pretty far away. And I don't think that would be it because of the rock on the floor. I think I didn't notice that until a little bit too late. I am tired though. Yeah, definitely won't edit today, I think, but I've been working hard all day. I want to bring you guys obviously the best content I get, but the most, the most fun, the most intense, the content that you look at and you're like, what the heck is he doing? And it just works. And that's kind of the reason, I'm like, oh, like, how come I haven't been getting these? I've been playing this game a lot off camera, right? And it's not like this, and I think it's because of the character I play. I can get more resources with whatever character I choose to play. But I genuinely think that I would pick random, or pick like Eden, or a character that I don't have, and I would get in a call with John or something, and I would genuinely would get so much materials and resources. I would have crazy god runs. I'm talking about like 20 Sacred Heart, Brimstone, all in the same run. And this was happening like 6 or 7 different times in a row, right? So I was pretty confident. I have a coworker that loves to say 6-7, and I just cannot take it seriously when I say it, by the way, but we have a lot of fun saying it. Doug, man, he's one of the reasons I started doing YouTube, actually. It's kind of weird. I'm thinking about it now. We have all these YouTubers that we've grown up with, and I'm like, now I might become a YouTuber that other people grow up with. And that's kind of why I started doing this in the first place. And I kind of lost sight of that when I was making videos. If you don't know, I've been making videos since I was 17. I just would delete them. I've deleted most of them. I reviewed One Piece. I actually had a video of me walking through my neighborhood, one of me on my front driveway. It's my favorite video I've made. I'm glad they're still down. I would put them back up otherwise. I mean, I make crazy scripted videos that you've seen before, and it kind of led me to grow into therapy, and I started trying to do this for the money and finding a quick way to make it big, and then I was like, oh, trust me, I'm gonna pivot and do what I want, and never ended up doing that. And I never really had any games that I was super into this anyway, and I think that's just mainly because I haven't grown up. Really, that's the big thing, is that I've never really let myself fully, I will take this for utility. I've never really let myself fully grow up. And it's just, I don't know. It's kind of fun now to be able to do this and do it for fun. And when I haven't had a lot of IRL friends growing up, and never really had a lot of people in my connection early on in my life. And so it's just difficult. It was difficult but when I finally would get sick or anything, I would have access to YouTube, and that allowed me to do so much. That allowed me to do so much with myself and just enjoy it. We can get so many spiders with this 9-volt, and that's really, really funny. So I say we're gonna commit to this just for a little bit and see what happens. Go into here, shall we, and see what kind of damage we can do here with all of our big old spiders and mushroom damage items. We're doing alright damage. I hope I can get the devil deal here. And little chat, I actually really like. We're up against Krampus now. Let me spawn. I knew he was gonna do that. Cool dodge on my part. We did get the coal, the lump of coal. I'm pretty sick with that, pretty happy with that. But yeah, overall, I just was a little bit lost. Then, I kind of went to therapy, decided I didn't really want to do YouTube, decided I didn't really want to do all of this, and I was like, okay, well, what do I want to do, And I was like, okay, I'll just, I'll fart around until I figure it out, right? And I kind of set me on a journey of, self-searching, and I was like, lock in for this. I don't want to lose my bomb heart. And I kind of realized, I was like, oh, I remembered. I was watching Lazy Matman, and he mentioned, because I'm into the Binding of Isaac, and he mentioned, he was like, I'm gonna go pick up that double damage lie thing. I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to get over here. He mentioned, he was like, how he was isolated, and he grew up a little bit isolated, probably more than I was, to be honest. I think a lot of my isolation, it wasn't there was rules where I couldn't go outside, or it was actually quite supported. However, me being on the spectrum and being autistic and just not really having people to go outside and go see, and being a little bit uncomfortable with the city when I was, wow, look at the size of that fly orbital, holy. I didn't really go out a lot, and when I was sick, and then eventually when I just had full complete access to the internet, I had YouTube, and that brought me kind of the connection I needed. Obviously it wasn't like a, you know, a deep emotional connection. I don't actually know the person, but it did make me feel less alone. You know, it made me feel like I was gonna be okay. And I really appreciate that. This isn't the run where I had the poop. That was the other one where I had money equal power. It looks like I can't get this. Just straight up, huh? That's a little bit sad. It looks like I would have to jump over it or something else. The rune bag would just be so sweet. I am gonna try one idea. I have one idea, and it's a crazy idea. It makes no sense as an idea, but you know, you never know. I'm curious if I blow the keeper up from the inside, if it will work like a rock or like a poop or like anything. We're gonna see what we can do here. It looks like no. It looks like I'm unable to get myself over there. It looks like my spiders are huge too. That's initially why I was hesitant to get the box in the first place, but it looks like it actually does exactly what I thought it would do, which is pretty sick. We have 2 bombs. I could try and find the super secret room. So anyway, I kind of reconnected with like why I was doing this in the first place, and it made me really happy. And oh my gosh, see how that puts like a little crack there? And like if I keep like shooting it or putting more bombs in it, the crack gets bigger. I don't know what that is. Probably something related to like the ultra secret. I don't know. That wasn't it at all either. That's unfortunate. We'll just go to the next floor. I kind of remembered. I was like, oh, wait, this is why I want to do it. And I was really into the Binding of Isaac, and I was like, I kind of wanted like some purpose, something to like do with myself, and this was it. This felt right, you know? It felt like something I know how to do. I'm experienced with editing on Adobe, you know? Like, even though my last video didn't really have it, I just wanted to get something on the table, you know? Get something out there for people to sort of cherish. And it's been nice. It's been nice. I'm like, I've decided 2026, I'm going to become a full-time content creator. I'm going to do what I can, you know, obviously it's not like it's guaranteed, but I don't think it is just luck either. I think that this is something you have to try in, you know? I've learned a lot from what, like, taking a very long break, figuring out what I actually want to do, and I've learned a lot. And I kind of didn't want to say anything at first, because I didn't want to, you know, I've said a lot of different times, right? Like, I've said a lot of different stuff a lot of different times, and so this is an interesting room. I'm gonna blow him up. So we're dealing, and I got rewarded with it. I forgot what I was saying, but okay, yeah, I learned a lot, and I think that knowledge is ultimately what's gonna help me do it this time around. And maybe it's, you know, my gosh, we have so many spiders. Maybe it's in my best interest to try and just put something out there, right? I really should wait to pop my charge until I'm already in a room. That way I can just maximize how much I'm charging my box of spiders. We have a lot of spiders, to be honest. It's kind of insane. Isaac's tears. Shoots 8 tears in all directions. The tears copy Isaac's tears effects. Recharges by shooting Isaac's tears. I unlocked this recently, didn't I? I don't want it. And I did find the super secret room before I found secret room, didn't I? It just kind of felt like, oh, it would be right here, I guess. Oh, my cat is meowing, which means he needs something. He needs something. He probably is hearing me talking and he actually wants to just hang out. Regardless, I'm gonna just go see this because it's just me here in the house. Go see what he wants real quick, and I'll be back. Okay, I am back. I've given my dog and my cat a whole bunch of love. So hopefully they're feeling a lot better. I remember my parents went out on a trip to California for my dad's birthday. So it was up to me, of course, to hold down the fort. And being the goat I am, I obviously did the best job I could. But wow, I did not realize how much dogs required attention. And I just had no idea. I had no idea that dogs required so much attention. Literally right now they're gone and she won't stop while I'm editing the video. What is it? Like, I always heard about it, you know, you always hear about it, you always, you know, hear stories, people talking about it, dog owners, what have you. You know, I believe, you know, I believe them, but it's always, you know, you hear a fact or something, you're like, okay, that's a cool fact. But then when you finally hear about it yourself, you know, it's like when you finally experience it for yourself, you really understand what it means, you know? You really understand, oh, this is what they mean by that. Like, I knew that they meant that, I knew it was true, but now I understand it, and I guess maybe that's what the term is, from experience, right? How I understand, you know, the from experience. I have the, like, of understanding. And that's really interesting. We're just gonna demolish this guy with our billions of spiders we have going on in here for us. We have this, and we have this. I don't want either, to be honest, because I don't have a lot of hearts, so not gonna go for it. Nothing else really for me to do in here. I feel like I kind of maximized what I want, and so I'm just gonna go to the next. I could pay, obviously, the key guy, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna keep my keys for something more important. This was, I think, a successful chapter 2. Having full mapping is also really nice. Go ahead and get that tinted rock for me. Can you come over here? That tinted rock for me. You're gonna die to all the spiders. I hope you know that. And the bomb. That bomb that's after me and on a mission. Let's go ahead and blow up that tinted rock because that can give us health. We need that. There we go. Perfect. I'd like to shout out Depressing Child too. There's just somebody I was streaming a lot, especially when I was really down. And it's so hard to stream to nobody. You don't even understand. So, like, having this guy, I met him when I was speedrunning Pac-Man World 2 Repack, which I had a lot of fun doing, but I kind of just put a lot of pressure on myself, and I got burnt out. He noticed I was playing Isaac, and so he was already following me from the Pac-Man stuff, and we had a common interest, which was this game, Binding of Isaac, and they stuck it out and stuck to my streams, and just stayed. They stayed in my streams. Despite they stayed. They watched, and I put on some darn good streams, I feel. And they were there for me the entire time, and it just made it so much more fun. Like, and I'm sure other people get this. I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up for piercing and spectral tears. That is kind of insane. And I'm sure it's people who used to stream, who stream, and when they were, you know, maybe bigger streamers too, kind of know what I'm talking about, or maybe people who just stream like now. When there's someone there that is always there for your streams, like that becomes, they become the reason you hit that go live button, man. Because I just get so excited being able to see them and then chat with them. And one of the most rewarding things is when, you know, they're not there and you have to stream by yourself for a while and then they show up, and then it's like, and then it's just like the most like fun thing. Like, it's the most satisfying, like, yes, here they are. Like, it makes it so exciting, and it makes streaming just so fun and so exciting too. And so I don't know, I've been recently just really feeling, you know, I want to, you know, like, I miss having a community, you know, I miss having a community, and I want to be able to bring that, have that, and I don't know, a lot of different things going on. But I didn't expect myself to just start talking for real. Usually I want to be silly and whatever, but I guess I'm just saying about real stuff today. I kind of feel like Northern Light, to be honest, or another Let's Player. But I went on this whole soul-searching journey, and it was really difficult. You know, I had to go deep into my past, deep into my childhood, deep into like some traumatic memories, you know, a lot of work on myself, a lot of serious work on myself, that I'm happy about it, you know, but I feel like I've done a lot of talking about it. You know, I've had whole videos just dedicated on it. And so I'm like, let's have some fun. And I think we have had some fun, and that was a clutch time to press the space button. We're on depths 1, so we can afford to go to the boss. We've gone to the secret room and the super secret room. We've consistently got deals. And you know what else I'm noticing? When I go quiet and I lock in, I do all right. You know, like, I do pretty good. I am doing fantastic right now. Like, I am playing quite well, and I might be jinxing it. I might be, but I am playing pretty good. I'm enjoying myself right now. Big dig, big damage. Actually big damage though. Wow. Not expect those here's like that. Spawns 2 soul hearts. I will gladly take that. Just in case there's a Krampus fight, let me pop this. But we already have fought in Krampus, so there should be something of value in here. I'm waiting to come in here and hear the music, man. I'm waiting for it. I know it's gonna happen, right? Soon. Let me start working on that conjoined. Not gonna go anywhere else. Actually, I'm just gonna call it there and go to the next floor, because there's not really much for a guy like me to do. So today's been kind of surreal. Been trying to stay mindful. Obviously, it's just been proven a little bit difficult given the fact that I have no idea what's going on with these runs. And so I've been doing this all day. Haven't really been able to stay mentally fully present all the way. Let's walk into this vault. Holy guacamole. I'm probably going to see Yera and just regret this. That's fine. I'm now realizing I have really like specific runes unlocked, and good ones too, for the most part. I'm now realizing just how effective that will be. Man, we have a lot more damage. Libra balances my stats. I like the pickups that's generated from it. I can use the bombs, but honestly, balancing stats is the worst thing you can do to me right now. It makes sense that that is a quality 1. Having the spiders do ×2 damage, I think, is really cool too. So I'm a big fan of that. That was our last shop, and that was all of our money. I mean, all of our, yeah, that was our last shop, and we just made a whole bunch of money. So that's a little bit disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. We are getting a lot of money, man. And what's really funny is that we can't spend it. I don't know if that's really funny as much as it is just heartbreaking to me, to a guy like me. I'm starting to not be able to see anything, but I feel like I'm playing relatively well, and I have high enough damage to be able to make something count here. And give me more spiders, and give me this, and I'm going to use it to get some deal chance. Boop. Having a lot of fun with this build, though. All of these spiders, I'm very much enjoying it. This feels like a very solid build where I'm not, you know, I'm doing a lot of damage. I'm not having to, like, worry about dodging as much. I'm kind of turning the brain off just a little bit. Enjoying the benefits of it. Getting this 9-volt battery. Getting that battery really was the difference maker. As well as not having any curses. Okay, we immediately get something better. Nose Goblin, which is going to synergize, I think, really good with our mushroom. Let's fight Mom, I suppose. Okay, this fight might be a minute. Not going to lie. Just going to probably flush out a lot of my spiders. From just the enemies that she spawns. But we have this giant orbital fly, which has actually been, defensively speaking, putting a lot of damage in from it. I'm going to go up, actually. I know that going down is good, but it's not like we have a lot of red hearts to spare. And I'm going to go to the next floor, and we're going to pop the world and just see what's going on here. I've been low on bombs pretty much the entire run. All right, versus Super Greed now. He didn't want to show up in the shop previously. Go ahead and pick up some money. Fly my box immediately, but it was buffered thanks to the wonderful magic of walking into a room. I would take Mom's damage range up. I love Eoz, probably my favorite besides Yera, and I'm honestly just gaming my heart out. I am getting very into this. I am very much enjoying myself right now. All right, let's find a good floor decoration. We can use the song because I think I see one actually, but it's right in front of the door over there, so I don't really. This will do just fine. It was kind of hard to tell through the grass. Curse of the Tower. Not the kind of thing we're looking for right now. I hate to disappoint anybody. That would have been the run I had some really good stuff on. That would have been that run. That's the run we would have went with. I didn't know that these things actually could like turn around and thwack you, but they definitely can. So all right, we have a tinted rock. This is the kind of stuff I want to see. Hoping for a soul heart. Beautiful. That will make us last just another day. A bomb beggar, huh? I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. Not really gonna give me anything of importance anyway, though, is it? If you really think about it, it's like, what does he provide for me? All right, well, we're showing him who's boss here. But we're not going to get our deal with 80% chance. But I find that insane. We are gambling. This can give us soul hearts. Perfect. This is exactly the kind of thing I want. If you've seen last video, you are aware of the possibilities of this thing. For example, Power Pill. Wow. That was so smart from me. I didn't really say what I was doing out loud there, but that was kind of my plan from the get-go. Was once I saw the power pills and that I had 2 of them, I was like, okay, well, I guess the next course of action for us is to find out what to do next. I'm not going to take that health up because, I mean, that's the last thing that I want is to lose my my damage. This is taking out most of my HP. So that's a little bit bothersome. Balls of Steel, I was going to say that is our best item we could get for this. Fortunately, I was right. I was right. It was Balls of Steel. We have a 100% deal chance. Let's, you know, you never know when a magic mushroom's gonna show up, so you might as well just give it a shot. That's a luck down. We don't want that. What we want is not Lemon Party either. And I'll blow you up just because I can too. And that's 2 spiders. Wow, did you see how close that was? That was insane. Okay, we have more bombs. Thank you. Still not gonna feed you. Kinda wish you showed up on my Dr. Fetus run, to be honest with you. But you didn't. You didn't show up for me whatsoever. I'm still going. I'm still speaking. I know this is like, seems fine to you guys, but this is abnormal to a guy like me. I'm still speaking. Look how much damage that was. Look how much damage those spiders did. Wow, we got delirium. And that is another step towards conjoined. I will take it. All right, beginning the cathedral, feeling a lot stronger than I did before. Feeling a lot stronger than I felt all day today in the cathedral, actually. Even though this isn't even that crazy of a build, you know, one might say it's average. This is, I feel, kind of insane. Kind of an insane build. We got a lot of spiders going for us. They're kind of disappearing rather quickly now. I didn't realize that these guys shot projectiles. But we also, while you can't directly see it, we have insane defense. Still at 7 damage, you know, normal damage amount, but we do have a lot of spiders. And that's kind of been what is doing our damage. We are literally the Lord of the Spiders. Rather save it for a reroll. But that's quite a tempting offer. But I'm actually really attached to my spiders right now.
Not gonna lie, if I didn't lose so much, I would have taken that. Next time, I got you guys.
And they'll immediately pay out with the trinket. So that's interesting. We've done everything we can do here, haven't we? I guess we could go into the cursed room, but in reality, I don't really want to go into the cursed room. I don't see any value that it can provide for me besides maybe having an item. So if I do get 1 more soul heart, I think that that's something I'm comfortable with doing, but I don't have that 1 more soul heart, so I'm not quite comfortable. All of these spiders are going to be immediately wasted unless they negate boss armor. They're gonna be immediately wasted, so that makes me a little bit sad. I have done this boss fight a lot, not a ton. I've done the Satan fight, I think, more, if I had to guess, but this fight I feel like makes sense to me, right? The Satan fight is kind of cuckoo bonanzas. This fight is like, it makes sense, right? Makes sense to me. I also find, and this might just be me because of the way the cathedral is and not being super dark, I find myself, I full clear the cathedral, and I do way more on it. I don't really do anything in Sheol. You know, I've saved my stuff. Razor Blade hurts Isaac, removes red hearts first, grants stuff. Give me Beelzebub. Honestly, that will give us fat damage. This is actually going to be really funny, so let's go ahead and take that too. I do have to be a little bit more careful now. Immediately took damage. I can fly though, which would have been useful I think last floor, but it's whatever, you know. I specifically picked up this fly though because I know once he actually hits someone, he's going to do a lot of damage. Like a lot of damage. Beelzebub again. Soy milk. That's the kind of zaniness that I'm looking for with my mushroom tears. That is exactly what I'm looking for. Wow, okay, we are doing damage now. How to jump? I guess that's bookworm, right? Could have used that for that rune bag. Thanks, blue baby. I'm sorry, thank you, dry baby. Lot happening here. Not really quite sure what it all is, but we did shred through that boss armor, so it looks like we're doing a bit of damage. All right, Well, let's go see what happens in Delirium. Maybe this is the make or break difference that we need. Took a big risk coming in here without checking out anything else. But I did do it. So, look at the damage we are doing. Here's the layout of the floor. So, gotta pop this now. Bro really wants this white fly dead. How do we tell him that that is not possible and it actually damages him? Little Horn will be crazy, I suppose. And I still think the other one could be Delirium. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna go in there yet. Oh! I heard the music and it was all over. Boys. Oh my goodness gracious. My game is dropping a little bit of frames. It looks like it's homing. Let's see what we're doing now with this Oh my gosh. Look at that damage. Dead cat? That is insane for us, actually. I don't think I ever realized how powerful Dead Cat was on specifically Eve until I started specifically playing with only one heart. The whole shtick behind it, right? Hey. Oh, we get a soul heart back. That is great. I will pick this up for the Bob transformation, not something you see very often. Let's, without further ado, let's give it our best shot. Here. I have died to Delirium only once, and it was today. So this will be, I did not realize that I hadn't activated that. I went in here with immediate intentions to activate it. Don't know where he is. He's up here. Wow, that version wasn't all white, huh? Wow, look at the damage we are doing to Delirium. I cannot believe it. We are absolutely decimating this guy, and we have so much defense, it doesn't even matter. We're not taking any damage. I mean, we did take one once there, but we are blocking most of our shots, actually. We have Dry Baby, we have the giant dirt guy, as well as, wow, you just fire off like a straight machine gun, don't you? I mean, so do I, right? We're in the same boat. But dude, I mean, like, we're shredding up Delirium right now. Like, this is insane. How come all of my runs blow up on the void, man? Okay, I need to be careful here. I do have 9 lives. That's kind of nice. Just a broken item because, I mean, I had 1 heart crystal container anyway. Wowza. That did a lot of damage to me. Was not expecting that, but that are my friends. That is a Delirium victory. Finally, it's 3:20 p.m. It's literally, it has been this long. Usually I spend my days editing. So usually I'm done editing around this time. Imagine if we got conjoined. Imagine if we got conjoined. We were just 1 away. Yippee! I'm sticking with it.